When the economy slows down, gas prices come down. But I think most people just think, well, gas prices are down, so it's better for me going out to buy my car. So it's kind of an interesting point when we have so much focus on a slowing economy, but the president's making the case. He's actually using the effect of that to some degree to make the case to say, hey, I'm making things better.
You know, Connell, he led, however, the cabinet meeting today with illegal immigration and the huge success they've had with illegal border crossings. He went with his strongest issue of all the things that that plague him, and all those that are prospective, future, that may or may not happen. He can point to the fact that border crossings are at historic lows, deportations are historic highs. So that is the one area where he has unequivocally been far more successful than Joe Biden in controlling the southern border. So I think that that's really an important point. He also pointed out earlier, has not been mentioned in this particular meeting, the military recruitment is up for the first time in God knows how many quarters. He's saying that military, police, fire, all recruitment is up, and he's pointing to a Trump kind of a halo effect in that regard. He's got to do this with these business guys because the Dow Jones, you read it, you can spin it any way you want. The fact is it's down. It's down. It's the lowest since 1974, as I said earlier. I think it is good for Trump to be out. He does a good job. He handles the issues with a glibness that is campaign effective, but it is a campaign, and the campaign, doesn't solve the problem. The campaign can't bring the Dow up. Campaign can't make, gross national product come up. But it's good to see. It's good news. Bring NVIDIA and all these companies together. This guy's worth $50 billion. This guy's $150 billion. This guy's, richer than God himself. It's good. And then he gets in a dig at Jerome Powell also.
Always. But he said, we had the night that he said he wasn't going to, had no intention of firing him, which made news too when he said that. But he does always get a dig in. Hey, one more thing before I let you go, Geraldo. I think it's interesting because you and I, when you've been on, have talked a lot about immigration. And you're right. Those numbers, you can't say anything but the numbers, especially along the southern border, are terrific from the president's point of view, these encounter numbers. Now, when we came, even in our polling, it is still his best issue. But I just would think he'd be higher on immigration. And it leads me to think, wonder what the issue is and if the how, to some degree, is bothering some people with all these deportation cases, Brago Garcia and all the rest.
Nobody wants 4-year-olds with cancer to be deported, citizen children to be deported along with their moms where they can't get medication, where they're deported to the mom's native Honduras. Nobody wants people who were not given due process to be deported. We want the border to be controlled. That's a very liberals want that, conservatives want that. Everybody wants the border to be controlled, but you can't do it in such a draconian fashion. Although they have been, but they can't do it in the sense that you conflict with the courts. You can't do it where you can generate constitutional crises. You can't do it where the appellate judge says one thing and you do it anyway and pretend you didn't get the call in time. That kind of nonsense doesn't sit well with the American people. But the border is controlled. You wanted it controlled. You got Tom Homan, tough guy in charge. Their deportations at record levels. You have to live with the consequences of what you want. But right now, people were really, when I saw the surveys that I saw, the folks really were with him for the goal of controlling the border, and just a slight minority, as you suggest, that were concerned with the consequences of going in and raiding someone out of their nursing home or school or the court itself. Where even judges, sympathetic judges, getting arrested trying to protect undocumented immigrants from ICE agents waiting outside. That's the kind of stuff that you got to live with if you want it as clean as Trump does, as no nonsense as Trump does. You're going to have the ugly with the good.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.